What's up guys, it's Manny here with Beer Run Buzz, and we got hired to convert a horse trailer into a mobile bar. But the back part of it is open to the elements, and in this video we're going to build an awning style door to keep it nice and protected from the weather. Let's go. So we started off by measuring the part of the trailer that we're going to build the awning style door, and it was 6 feet by 37 inches. So we cut down 14 pieces that would be 37 inches long to make exactly 6 feet. I used the square as a guide for my skill saw to make sure I have nice even cuts. And after cutting out 14 37-inch pieces, I clipped them all together. And I chose to use shiplap style cedar because cedar is naturally weather resistant, and this trailer is going to spend most of its life outside. Once all the pieces were put together, I cut down 2 6-foot pieces that will work as the top and bottom of the door. I then carried it over to the trailer, clamped it down to make sure it fits properly, and I traced over the parts that curve to get a nice accurate fit. I then brought it back inside and cut out the parts that curve using my jigsaw. And real quick, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date on future videos. So after we cut out the arches with a jigsaw, we used the skill saw to cut out the centerpiece, then started to connect the face of the awning style door using high PSI wood glue, clamps, and a nail gun. For this project, we use 1-inch brad nails, and if you're doing this at home, make sure your nails are not too long, because if not, they will go through, and if you don't have a nail gun, you can always use screws. I also did a nice miter cut on all the edges to give it that nice aesthetic look. I then finished gluing and nailing down the rest of the corner pieces before installing the center slats, which were a lot more intricate to cut out. These slats are not only to make it look nice, but it's also going to help keep the door nice and sturdy. I then glued them down, nailed them in with the brad nailer, then had to take a break to run over to Home Depot because I wanted to get some sandpaper to sand it down before staining it. And choosing the stain for this project was also quite a mission because I had to match the already existing doors that are on the trailer, which ended up matching almost perfectly well, and you'll see at the end of the video. I then measured, cut out, and installed the final face piece before it was time to sand this thing down. I purchased 120 grit sandpaper that would be followed up with 320 grit sandpaper to give it a nice finish before I stain it. And this next part of the video is called sanding, which is pretty self-explanatory. So after I finished sanding, I brought it over to the trailer and made sure it fits properly before we stained it. And I wish I had latex gloves for this part because my hands did get pretty nasty, but it was all worth it at the end. And if you guys like the content, be sure to like and subscribe. But until then, see you next time. Peace.